Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into the Tuesday edition of the Auburn Blitz. Brett and Randy here with you for an hour, taking your calls. We'll take your comments, everything that you want to talk about in the world of Auburn. Some good, some bad, some ugly, all the way around. Clint Eastwood will be with us. No, I'm just kidding. So we'll handle the good, the bad, and ugly for you. But our program brought to you by Russell Do It Center and Building Supply Stores, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation, Central Alabama Community College. No sense to beat around the bush, dive right into it. Ugly loss for Auburn after pretty much owning the game against Oklahoma. Oklahoma wins at 27-21. It was a fourth quarter collapse. There's no other way to put it. We'll go through some of these numbers. I know Jim and Andy talked about it yesterday. We'll give our take on it. Randy, I'll just kind of start there. You know, we find ways to lose games now, and that's the disheartening thing, is that we really were in control of this football game. And, you know, we can go back to the first half, and we missed some opportunities there. And I heard Andy yesterday, and I totally agree. So we're not good enough to leave 10 points on the field when you have them in your back pocket, and we're not. We can't overcome that. But we were up 21-10 with 11 minutes to go in the football game and had full control. Had just had a good run by Jarquez Hunter. And then we make just unbelievable calls. And the reason I want to say that, and I heard Freeze, and I'm not going to get on here to throw him or any player under the bus, but we have communications in the headgear now. So even on, okay, you run down there to the 30-yard line, you're setting up, you're like, man, you're about to put the game away for real. And we throw two passes. Well, after the first pass, Freeze should say, okay, it's going to be an RPO look, but do not throw the football. Whatever you do not throw the football. We're going to run clock. We're going to hopefully at least get a field goal try, a decent field goal try. If not, we'll punt the football and make them drive the length of the field. We throw two incomplete passes, and then we try to run on third. Well, then it's just predictable at that point. Then you try a long field goal. Obviously, Magoo was having a rough day. There was no chance him making that long field goal. So you turn the ball over to him close to midfield, and they throw one pass down the sideline, and they're right back in this thing. The momentum completely flipped. You could see the air go out of the team. So Peyton Thorne should know better than make that last interception, Randy. But at the end of the day, the coaches have to do a better job, put the team in a position to finish a game. It's blame on both sides, but again, it's a culture situation of trying to figure out how to finish a game that you had in your hands.
Well, about three things here. First, let me start because I think that I speak for a lot of Auburn fans that weren't at the game on Saturdays. First one I wasn't in attendance on was actually at a soccer tournament with a bunch of other Auburn people, because it's an Auburn soccer club tournament in Birmingham with a bunch of Auburn fans.
Right.
We're all sitting here watching our phone. When he rips off that 22-yard run, we go back to the soccer game. The soccer match is going on. We're paying attention. We're looking at each other.
Game's over, isn't it?
We're actually going to beat Oklahoma.
We got this.
This feels good. Jarquez Hunter's going to win it for us here at the end.
Just going to run it
down. Going to run
the
this sucker out. There's not much time left. We're into the fourth quarter. We've got a 2-score lead. Feel real good about it. You know, a couple of other things. First off, I want to start with Towns Magoo. He is a true freshman out of Auburn High School.
Right.
Was one of the best high school kickers that we have seen produced here in the state of Alabama. Absolute 110% pass to that young man. He is a true freshman thrown out there because of a health situation that no one wants. I promise you Alex McPherson doesn't want this health situation.
No.
But he has done a pretty good job so far in a situation where nobody expected him to get thrown out there. I want to start with that. Mm-hmm. But then I want to move into some elder statesmen that are at Auburn, including our coaching staff. I am so sick of the excuses of how not to close out a football game. And I think the point that you make with the new headsets makes it even worse. I want everyone that's an Auburn fan to think back to the Cal game. We have Cam Coleman at the end of that football game limping over to the sideline.
With a hurt shoulder.
To our sideline now, asking out, patting his helmet to ask out. We keep him in there. I actually say in the stands, we didn't have time to get him out, y'all. He's just a decoy. They're not going to go to him.
Right.
I mean, not only do we go to him on a go route down the sideline and lose the football game. You've got an opportunity to talk to somebody in the headset now and fix that. So use that as an excuse. Is that on Peyton Thorne? Peyton Thorne, I'm not giving a pass to.
I'm not either anymore.
You know, Towns Magoo is a true freshman, and he does have a lot to learn. These freshman receivers, including Malcolm, that may not be playing as many plays as he needs to be, because I just saw that he graded out the highest in the SEC out of freshmen. And that's including how the heck he graded higher than Ryan Williams. I don't know who graded it. But then again, somehow.
You and I have been talking about how good Malcolm is.
I have said it back to the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game that we covered last year.
Man.
I love Ryan Williams. I've said it to everybody that's willing to hear me out after calling his Mountain Brook game 2 years ago, that he is the best high school football player my two eyes have looked on.
Right.
They won that football game that night a few years ago by saying, and you called it with me, put him at Wildcat. They stopped us the first two drives. Well, if you're going to beat us, you gotta stop that freak show right there.
Right.
And the next two drives, they just snapped it to him.
Like,
and
hey,
he was just a man amongst boys then at 15 years old. But Malcolm is the imps of him to me. He's that good an athlete.
It's the same player.
He's got that good a grace. When the ball's in his hands, he's quick. I heard somebody say Ryan Williams looked like a ballet dancer that plays
he did,
football.
on his toes.
Just so graceful out there.
They're the same.
Very, very. But I really do believe Malcolm given those opportunities. But my point is, I'm going to give a pass to the young guys for not knowing. But the idea that we throw a pick six that late in the football game, and the idea that Hugh Freeze remotely makes an excuse, and I'm not saying he made many excuses. I didn't mind his press conference yesterday. I didn't mind it after the game.
Right.
But it still, at a certain point, you go win. The coach should win that football game for us. You should have competent enough coaching to win that football game when you're up by 11.
You had to absolutely pull off what you did against Alabama to lose it.
You
had to make so many mistakes on the field and from the coaching to lose that game because, again, Alabama was dead in the water last year. And we made mistake after mistake after mistake. And we said, look, we just don't know how to win yet. Well, this thing has carried over into this year.
Hold up. Don't know how to win yet, though. Let me jump in right there.
Well,
the idea that we don't know how to win.
Well, we forgot.
With a bunch of kids that have probably done nothing but win their whole life.
True.
Do you just forget? Like, do you think
we do down here. We do down here.
Like, how many football games you think Cam Coleman's lost in his life?
Not many until he got here.
Well, this is my point. Like, you don't all of a sudden become a loser.
But it goes back to the leadership. And, again, going back to what Hugh Freeze said, and everybody's tired of hearing
I am tired.
This about a fifth-year senior with Peyton Thorne. Oh, I've got to do a better job of explaining to him. Why are you is he not old enough to know now? And to make decisions out there on the field that he has to have a coach tell him what to do. He should have enough knowledge at this point and experience at this point to say, my job from this point on is to protect this football. I'm not going to make any throws or anything that's going to jeopardize. If Oklahoma comes back and wins this game, they're going to have to earn everything they get.
Got to beat our defense.
It got to beat our defense, which they had 6 first downs, okay, in the game going into that last couple of drives.
Well, let me jump. Let me read some stats, because seeing the stats, I know all of you fans that keep up with this more than others. We got a lot of you out there that don't look down at stats.
Do we have phone calls coming in?
We do. But let me jump in these stats, and then I'll get the phone call.
Yeah.
Listen to these offensive stats for Oklahoma: 47 total plays. To Auburn, 75.
It's
161 passing yards, which, by the way, one of those is the big one down the right sideline.
right.
Take that away, they barely
take the long run away in the first quarter.
Outside of 2 big plays, we play amazing defense.
Man, those are 2 explosive plays that you take that away from them. Man, they don't have 200 yards of offense.
It makes it so much worse to look down at these stats and to think that we lost that football game.
It is sickening. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Go to the Eric McKinley Mortgage Pro Hotline. What's up?
Okay, you on the air now?
Yes, sir. You are on the air.
Okay, I just want to comment Radney today for making these comments. He is right on time with them. he telling the truth about everything. And yesterday, the two guys they had on, they were sugarcoating everything for you Freeze and Jim Thorne or whatever his name. But today, like this guy said, it ain't nothing but excuses that they making up for their lack of whatever. And they just, I'm just sick. I'm a big Auburn fan. I'm just sick.
We're all sick, Larry. We're all tired of it. We're all tired of coming up, well, we got to do this and we got to do that. There is zero excuse for losing that football game Saturday. That doesn't mean we're not some kind of a championship program yet, but at home against a decent team, not a great team, but a top 25 ranked Oklahoma team, you dominated them and found a way to lose the daggum game at the end.
Shit, all three of them, we done lost all three of them on coach's call, or Jim Thorne, or Hank Brown threw an interception, and a lot of them, they just inexcusable.
You're right. You're right, Larry.
Mm-hmm. And I just want to make that comment. I ain't going to hold you up, sir.
Appreciate you, brother. Always appreciate your phone calls. Let's go back to the Eric McKinley Mortgage Pro Hotline. We'll get these comments coming in. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, this is James. How y'all doing?
James, what's up, brother? You got about a minute.
Hey, quick. Listen, man, let's not fall for this okey-doke. When are we gonna start giving him the Brian Hostin treatment? I know it's early, but think about this, guys. He is what, 10 and
18.
Well, however, 10 and 8 and 12 or 8 and 10 or whatever. He hadn't won a game that he shouldn't have won, and he has lost games that he shouldn't have lost. Think about all the losses that we have. It's pretty much 6 of them. I went back and looked at the 3 this year and 2 or 3 last year. He done lost 6 games that we should have won, that our team, as we say, we don't have no talent, was better or either equal to.
No, we got talent.
That we should have won.
No, hold on just a second.
All about we don't have the talent that they trying to fall back on. Oh, Harsin left him bad. Harsin may have left him bad, but these 6 losses, 6 of these losses that we have lost, we was better or we was equal to. So don't let's go with this okey-doke. So when are we going to start giving this man the Brian Hostin treatment sooner or later? And the last thing, Brett, I know we talk about this Peyton throwing interception at the end. He was put in that bad position. If you go and look at the play call, we spread everybody out. They put 7 men on the line. So anytime everybody's taught when it's an all-out blitz. So you got a hot route. Just so when they did the hot route, the guy jumped back into that coverage where the hot route was.
Yep.
They shouldn't have put the man in that position.
I agree with you, James. Hey, we got to run, brother. We up against the break. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Hate to cut you off, James. You can call back in the next segment if you like and finish. Stay tuned. More to come on the program right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union, is looking for the next hometown hero. Hometown heroes could be first responders, public service workers, community leaders, pastors, community volunteers, or anyone who is making a difference in your hometown. Submit your nominations now online at myhscu.com. And if your nominee is selected, they will get a $100 Visa cash card and a certificate of appreciation from Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
The good guys at Alex City Marine are ready for your boating needs all summer.
And now you can get up to $4,500 in rebates on our huge selection of new Landau Tri-Tunes and sacrifice pricing on remaining 23 models. Alex City Marine also has a new fleet of rental boats for fabulous days on the water, whether it's service, new pontoon selections, or rental boats. See the pros the locals know. Alex City Marine on Cherokee Road in Alexander City or online at alexcitymarine.com.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dayville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
Get ready to rev up your fall with Adams Motorsports in Montgomery. This season, experience the thrill of the open road like never before. From sleek motorcycles to powerful ATVs to versatile side-by-sides, we've got everything you need to fuel your passion for adventure. Whether Polaris, Suzuki, or Kawasaki, Adams sells and services the best. Go to where the journey begins. Visit us today or online for more information. From East Alabama's first family of power sports, Adams Motorsports of Montgomery.
Let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC offers popular full-size trucks with a legacy of strength and durability. Side by side, the new Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra 1500s, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or big, heavy-duty Chevy and GMC 2500s, discounted up to $8,000 off. Rugged durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect truck today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz here. Just getting started. We'll go back to the Eric McKinley Mortgage Pro Hotline. John, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good, brother.
All right.
What you got?
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to speak up. Y'all still on the sports?
No, yeah, we're on the air right now, brother.
All right. Just want to say what's up to my man Randy, and he probably remember me, John Thomas.
Yeah. Hey, John, how are you, man? Glad to have you.
Yes, sir. I want to just speak from like a player coaching standpoint on the Auburn Tigers. I think, you know, even though they losing or whatever, I think fans got to understand the work that they put in every week, and they have to make some decisions are made, you know, during the game, and they have a great game plan. I've been excited watching every game. I think we got to be patient. I think Auburn, they're going to beat Georgia this weekend. I think they're going to be a top SEC team by next season. I think the fans got to be a little bit more patient with the team.
John, I hope and pray, man. I love your optimism on the Georgia game.
Yeah, because I mean, from last year to this year, they look like a whole different team. And I think Peyton Thorne is the guy for this season. You know, I know, of course, next year Hank will be better, but they still maybe need to go in and bring a veteran quarterback and keep building how they build. I think we're going to beat Georgia this weekend. Hopefully I'm right.
John, we appreciate your call, brother.
Thank you, John. Love John. John helping my nephew with basketball.
Okay, there you go.
Played overseas basketball for a long time, but I do want to jump in on a comment that he made there because I don't want to be totally negative here.
I'm not either, and I want to say something after you.
Our offensive play calling, when it's good and we're not making mistakes, is outstanding. There's a couple of things that I and everyone else, and I think Hugh Freeze, when he gets back and he looks down at the stat totals, Jarquez Hunter may be the best running back in the SEC.
Using him enough.
He does not get taken advantage of enough. When we get inside the 5-yard line and he doesn't touch the football at least half of the time inside the
17 dang carries.
Then I think that falls directly on him. But Peyton Thorne, I said this to you last week, and I think John's dead on here. Peyton Thorne gives us the best chance to win.
There's no question.
And what we did in that game plan last Saturday is how we can win. He is a bull in the china shop running the football. He is not timid. He did luckily slide a few times on Saturday that I thought was smart.
Right.
But when he needs to go get hard-earned yards, Peyton Thorne will do it. If we could clean the mistakes up, I do think he can produce.
There's no
football.
doubt. And what I get upset about, and what every Auburn fan gets upset about, and James was right, and I hate that James ran out of time. If James wants to call back, he can. But at the end of that game, he shouldn't have been put in that position. But Peyton Thorne, even in that position, has got to know, I got to run the ball here and punt. It's 3rd and 4. I'm not chancing a pass over the middle. I saw the linebacker drop coverage. First of all, he almost fell down. He stumbled backing up. And then
we got blocked into it.
Yeah, and then he comes back, and then he goes up and picks it off and gets his feet under him and runs down the sideline. But just don't give them a cheap play. And they still, if you punt there, you probably punt it down inside the 20.
I think it was the same look we had inside the red zone earlier. It should have been picked off.
I totally agree with that.
They show blitz. They actually step into it. They drop back.
Right.
If it was the first time you see it, I could understand.
Right.
Should have been picked off first time. Luckily for us, it wasn't. The second time, it's the exact same. Am I wrong?
No,
Did
you're
I say
not.
It's the exact same look, wasn't it?
The sequence of play calling with 11 minutes to go in that game, it fell apart. Oklahoma was dead, okay? Let's be honest about it. We were whipping them up front. And, again, I want to live in the present. I hear all this about, winning and freshmen and all that.
I'm tired of the rebuild talk.
We got talent now. Alabama had no problem sticking Jalen Mbakwe back there in the secondary against Georgia last.
Or the corner that intercepted the ball.
Right, okay, so we got a lot of talent too, and we are getting better, and Peyton Thorne is an issue with mistakes, but this comes, in my opinion, comes from the coaching staff putting our players in bad situations.
At the end of ball games. In winning situation, winning time.
We ain't even talked about the end of the first half where we throw a hitch pattern and have to run the field goal unit on the field and expect even though it was a 34-yarder.
I think it was 27.
It was 34, then it went up. Okay. But we had the 5-yard penalty and went to a 29. And, yeah, he probably should have hit that second one, but you botched all that at the end of the first half because of coaching. I mean, or was it Peyton Thorne going, my God, I made a mistake, I threw it in bounds? I mean, it's a combination of both.
It's like using the excuse when, if he was a true freshman, again, like Towns McGoo is kicking the football, I could understand and give him a pass.
Right, but he's a fifth-year senior.
And he didn't just walk on.
At some point in time, you don't need the coach to have to tell you to do something.
I agree with you.
Just, hey, I know now, by all the football experience I have, not to do this. If I throw a pass, it needs to be on the boundary or it needs to be in the sideline and stop the clock. So we got enough time to get our field goal
into the end zone.
Exactly. Throw it in the end zone. Yeah. Exactly. All right, up against the break. We'll come back. We'll take your calls and your comments. Stay tuned. More to come right after this.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
The results are in, and Game Day Men's Health in Auburn has delivered. The certified medical team at Game Day Men's Health wants to help you feel better. Text 334-209-3706 to set up your free testosterone check and consult. Results back in as little as 15 minutes. Tired of feeling tired? Text 334-209-3706 to Game Day Men's Health in Auburn. They make you feel better.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 for Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz, brought to you by Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation at Central Alabama Community College. Go back to the Eric McKinley Mortgage Pro Hotline. Shag, what's up, dude?
Yeah, how y'all doing?
Man, we're great, Shag. How are you, man?
I just wanted to make a comment about Hank Brown, because it's obvious we're not going anywhere with throwing. Now, in all fairness to him, and correct me if I'm wrong, those 3 interceptions he had, the first one you really couldn't put it on him. That ball was tipped, am I correct?
I think you're right.
The second one, I really think he trapped that ball, but they couldn't overturn it because they called interception.
No,
Remember that?
no, you're totally correct on that. That was a crap. That was a crap review. Everybody saw the ball on the ground. I don't even know why we have reviews if they're going to keep missing them. You there with us, Shag?
The third one they threw. Now the third one he threw it straight to him. There wasn't no doubt about that. That was definitely on him. But to pull him just because of, that's his first big game, we really still don't know what he could do. We don't know if he can run or not because he hasn't really had a chance. And Thorne not going to take us where we want to go. You might well give a kid a chance to see what he can do the rest of the year and see what you need to do in the portal or high school or whatever. But I just think he pulled the plug on him a little bit too quick because prior to that, we was all for it. And like I said, the 3 interceptions through 2 of them really wasn't on him. The third one was, and I just think he might have pulled the plug on it a little too quick. And that's just my opinion on that.
Appreciate your call, Shag. Thank you, buddy.
Uh-huh.
All right, have a good day. Look, I'm going to, again, say this. Hugh Freeze gambled on that quarterback room. We talked about it ad nauseum in all season. We know he was being pushed to get somebody out of the portal. He didn't do it. He said he wanted to wait till this coming up.
Thought he had more pieces to put together.
More pieces, and heard all that. Well, what's wrong with the present? I just want to ask that question. Why are we always what is wrong with getting things right in the present?
Because it's easier to have an excuse and to continue to say that it's a rebuild. So the problem with Auburn is it's a rebuild every year.
I know it is for 20 years.
It's always a rebuild.
The term that was used to being used, we're young.
Yeah.
We're young. You know, every coach, we're young.
Or here's another one for Auburn. After watching DeMarcus Riddick on Saturday,
which was a freak of nature out there.
How in the world he hasn't been on the football field for Auburn University up to this point will make you scratch the hair out of your head when you watched him on Saturday. Am I missing something?
Oh, man, I couldn't believe it.
But for whatever reason,
the
culture around Auburn, we used to brag on Nick Saban all the time. Yep. He'd bring a C.J. Mosley in from Theodore High School, and the first day he was there, he'd have him calling plays at middle linebacker. He'd be leading the defense. We'd watch one freshman after another at that premier university winning all those championships now, stockpiling 1 or 2 ranked classes on top of one another.
Top-ranked seniors.
And the next thing you'd know is he was going to give a guy that deserved to be on the field a chance, and he wasn't going to come up with an excuse for why he couldn't play at a expectation of high level there for Alabama. Even back to Gus Malzahn, you and I have done these shows for a long time. We'd go, why do we make excuses for freshmen? Why do we make excuses for guys that have been on campus 2 or 3 years?
Did Hawkins have an excuse for Oklahoma? He come right in there, and he didn't play the best. But you could tell he was limited in what he could do.
The 2 plays that he made, though, went on the football game.
Made 2 great plays, and he's a gamer. And you know what Brent Venables had decided after that Tennessee game is like, if I stick this other guy back in there, we know what we're going to get.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna ride with Hawkins regardless. And because those freshmen that are playing in this environment now in the SEC – most of them are Malcolm Simmons and Ryan Williams.
I think the thing that drives Auburn fans is 4th and 31. At home, we can hear the excuses on how far we're behind talent-wise.
But in the present, we were winning that game, and you just got to make plays.
Winning it
is over.
It was won.
It was over.
And Saturday, look at these stats. You think they're more talented than we are? Hey, I'm tipping my hat. Great game plan. We had 482 yards of offense. They only had 291. You take away 2 big plays, they only have 140.
Well, let me say this about a comment that Justin Mosley said right here, and I agree with him 100%. The era of the portal makes time even more an afterthought. You don't have to – why, if you've got all these receivers – this is what we were trying to process. You brought the best freshman class receivers in that you've ever brought in school history. Why would you say, I'm going to wait a year or 2 before I go to the portal. When he knew that, and I had somebody say, well, it didn't, earlier to me today, said, well, wasn't Peyton Thorne a portal quarterback? I said, yeah, he was. But I said, did you not see enough last year to know that, and then even in the spring, that it probably wasn't good enough? He's the one getting paid millions of dollars to make the decision. I know I got these stud receivers, Cam Coleman, Malcolm Simmons, Perry Thompson, and I just brought KLS in, who might be one of the best receivers in the whole country, okay? That guy is unbelievable. I don't know who can cover that guy. And you're going to ride with the quarterback. Again, no offense to the ones we have, but you're going to put everything, you're going to push all your chips into the middle of the table on those guys.
Let me ask you that's not an Alabama fan.
Cam Ward, man, Cam Ward.
Who's the second Who's the second best receiver at Alabama right now?
I don't know.
Nobody does.
Because nobody knows.
Because
the only one making any plays is Ryan Williams.
That's my point.
Guess who?
That's a freshman that should be a senior in high school.
And who's making all the plays for Auburn right now? Malcolm Simmons. And Cam Coleman has dropped passes, but he's made some pretty good ones. But he's had some issues catching passes. When Malcolm Simmons gets thrown the ball, man, he catches it.
Something good's happening. Yeah, I agree.
Same Ryan. So Ryan Williams and Malcolm Simmons, to me, are performing the best for both of their teams right now, and they're both true freshmen. That's including Alabama, with a new coach in Kalen DeBoer. Let's quit talking about freshmen. These guys are capable of getting in there at this level.
If coached up.
High 4- and 5-star guys are capable of going in there and this isn't like it used to be when freshmen came in and you had to get acclimated. These guys have been on campus for 9-10 months. So, except for Malcolm, that's how good he is. He's only been there for a few months, and he's already doing what he's doing. All right, up against another break. Stay tuned. More to come right after this.
Introducing Zaxby's new chicken finger tacos. One with pico and creamy chipotle ranch, and the other with bacon and avocado ranch. Chicken experts since 1990. Taco experts since now. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is coming soon to the corner of 280 and 49 North in Dadeville. This new 10,000 square foot facility is conveniently located to serve the residents of the Lake Martin area and its many communities. A branch of Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory in Opelika, Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation looks forward to serving your families and your communities, as we have since 1900 at Frederick Dean. 256-750-0381.
Dr. Lisa Daniel is now at Daniel Eye Care. Dr. Lisa Daniel has been serving the Auburn Opelika community for over 20 years. Dr. Daniel specializes in glasses and contact lens, children's eye exams, treatment of eye diseases, and LASIK consultation. At Daniel Eye Care, we strive to treat our patients as we want to be treated, with compassion, integrity, and personalized attention. Come see Dr. Lisa Daniel at 1955 Opelika Road or call us at 821-8889. Daniel Eye Care. Find your focus.
Introducing Zaxby's new chicken finger tacos. One with pico and creamy chipotle ranch, and the other with bacon and avocado ranch. Chicken experts since 1990. Taco experts since now. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Couple segments left in the show. Let me just make a comment real quick. I heard Peyton Thorne just a minute ago, you and I, explain that last interception. First of all, can we have a more complex play called at the end of a game where you're literally just trying to say, look, we're protecting a lead? I just listened to 2 minutes and 20 seconds of him describe all of the different things he had to go through in progressions to figure out where to throw the football and what he had to check and all this kind of stuff. And he talked about Oklahoma's. What are we doing? I mean, can we line up in too tight I formation at that point or some semblance of that or shotgun with a back beside and say, guess what we're about to do, Oklahoma? We're about to run right there. And if you stop it, we're going to punt the football. But if not, we're going to get a first down. And we've been owning the line of scrimmage, but we know you're going to walk 7, 8 guys up in there. But guess what we're not going to do? We're not going to have to make a quick read across the middle of the field where a linebacker at the last second drops in coverage and I throw it right to him. You heard him. Two minutes worth of discussion on what happened on that play. Why are we doing that, man? Games in hand, punt the football. Play defense. They had 6 first downs going into that last drive. I saw them up on the screen. We had 15, they had 6. Outside of 2 explosive plays, they have less than 200 total yards of offense in the whole game. What are we doing? Why are we coaching that way?
It's a great question. I think it is the question for Auburn fans right now, and I do think it's a very complicated offense. And I think when the RPO offense is run perfectly with everyone on the same page, that it's extremely difficult to defend. But then again, there are moments where that's not necessarily the need. And when we don't just do the basic things, and it's not only running an eye. You've really got a quarterback there that's very versatile.
Well, you make them honor.
Yeah,
you don't know if he's going to keep it or not. Randy, I was standing on the sideline in 1997 when Alabama had Auburn beat. Auburn couldn't move the ball. It was dead in the water. And the only thing Alabama could do at the end of that game is throw a stupid pass. And Freddie Kitchens throws it to Ed Sissom. And Martavius Houston, I still remember, I was standing right there watching it. Hits him, knocks the ball in there, we recover it, we kick a field goal, win the game. It's like, what? I know Alabama fans, I was in the locker room. I was at the Mike Dubose press conference, standing in there when Scott Hunter asked him, what were you thinking? What in the heck were you thinking? Just run the ball and punt. Auburn ain't had a first down in the fourth quarter. Gave us the ball right there. We made one pass, got in field goal range. Jarrett Holmes kicks the field goal. Game's over. That's what we did here. This is exactly what we did. It's exactly what we did against Alabama last year. Drop a punt. Just get away from it. If you can't catch it, just get away from the dadgum thing. But, I mean, look, that's where we are. It's like, man, you coach yourself out of wins. Have them right there, and you snatch it out of the jaws. All right, caller, go ahead.
What up, guys?
What's up, Luke?
Hey, man. So, y'all all, you pretty much said it without saying it. And I know we've got some player problems. I know our depth and our experience, except for a few places, are lacking, for lack of better terms. But the more this season goes along, the more, to me, we're starting to have a coaching problem. Like you said, why is Jarquez not running the ball more? Why does Peyton not know on 3rd and 4, don't throw the ball? And to me, that's coaching, you know?
It is. It's a combination, Luke. It is a fifth-year senior quarterback has got to uncomplicate the situation. Okay, and also the coaches have got to do better at the end of the game when they got a 2-score lead at home against a freshman quarterback that has 6 first downs. I mean, it's a combination. I'm not giving anybody a pass. It's not all on one person or another. But Auburn's not a great team, but they should be 5-0. And I know that sounds like a loser mentality, but we had 10 turnovers in 2 ball games. You lost 1 by a touchdown. You lost 1 by 10. You had this game won. You actually worked on the mistakes and gotten better with this one. And the coaches looked up and said, I tell you what, man, we ain't screwed this up yet. We got to figure out a way in 11 minutes to just put them back in the game. Because I'm telling you, when we scored to go up 21-10, the Oklahoma sideline was dead. Dead. Yep. And all the momentum in the world in that stadium was on fire. Going out of the 3rd into the 4th, the momentum was there. And then literally – a missed field goal and a deep pass down the sideline, Oklahoma was right back in the thick of it.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. I don't get it, but maybe they know something we don't. I mean, the coach, he put all his money in on a 5-year experienced player, and it just came back to bite him. I mean, Peyton Thorne has got turnovers in his DNA. Cole Kublik said that earlier.
Yep.
How do you get that out of him? And you don't, you know, so do you.
Appreciate it, Luke. Thanks for the call, brother.
Thanks to all the phone calls.
Yeah.
We still got a couple more segments left. 256-234-6221.
A 5-year quarterback that still is having to be told what to do. That comes out of the coach's mouth. That still, I've got to do a better job of telling him when to and when not to throw the ball. Now you got a headset in the helmet. Hey, man, guess what? You threw that last pass. Guess what you're not going to do on this play? Don't throw the football.
Not in the middle of the field.
All right, up against the final break of the show. Stay tuned. One more segment after this.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carry or cool cash rebates. Visit sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Announcing Camping World's Inflation Buster camping program. You can now get into a new RV starting at just $98 a month. We won't let the economy steal your camping season. Take advantage of this very limited time offer and lock in your low monthly payment today.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you. Central to your success.
Go ahead and mark your calendars, sports fans. The Alabama State Games are returning to the Magic City of Birmingham, Jefferson County, and surrounding communities June 13th through the 15th, 2025. We're talking about 20-plus sports open to athletes of all ages and abilities. The 42nd Alabama State Games will be something to behold. Mark your calendars now and be ready to go when registration opens. Visit allagames.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more exciting announcements. All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. First of all, let me say Friday we had a great time at Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. We're going to be on location more. As you see at the bottom of the screen, you saw the T-shirt Randy held up Friday. We got a new logo. We got new swag coming out for all of you out there. We're going to be giving shirts and hats and stickers and all kind of stuff away. But, man, I'm proud of the logo, proud of our new look, and we're going to be building some new stuff off of that. We can't thank our sponsors enough, like Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores, Central Alabama Community College, and J. Smith Construction for all that they do for our program. Randy, let's dive into this Auburn record thing. This is –
Well, thankful I wasn't alive from 1946 to 1952 before Shug Jordan took over the reins there at Auburn. But that's really the last time that we've seen anything close to where we are right now. Right. Most would like to point to the Doug Barfield era. And I hate to say this because I love Gary so much. So anytime I bring up
Doug, it ain't pretty.
It does.
But it ain't pretty.
It wasn't pretty, but it was – we were in a lot of football games, too, during that time. There was not points during that stretch where you did – until the end. But you had, Andrews and Cribbs.
Heck, his last year went 8-3.
Auburn was not – no.
80. No, 80.
No. 81, 80 and 81's where you really went. They went 5 and 6.
No, that's right. That's
both
right.
years.
That's right.
Did go 8-3 in 79.
Right.
But he also took over a team that wasn't very good. Barfield gets a lot of the grief, but those last 3 or 4 Shug Jordan teams were not good football teams.
Let's just be honest.
75 were 4-6, 76 4-7. Then 77, I think he takes over there. We go 6-5.
He does.
But we weren't playing losing football except a couple of those years.
Now, we had a Tennessee game in there. My dad will tell you.
Well, there's a couple of games.
When they walked, but it had gotten to the point where, you know, against teams. You know, remember the 12 year for us, or 11, we were like, against those type teams, it's so far gone that something's got to change. That's the feel. Yeah, you look down, you go, it's 6-5, blah, blah. You know, then you had an 8-3 sprinkled in there. Then you were 5-6, 5-6. It was like, we got to make a change.
Yeah. I mean, the decision to make the change was the right decision.
Correct.
But my point is, we're in uncharted territory right now. I mean,
and this
outside
is over 3 coaches.
Outside of a tremendous close to this season, we're going to – I mean, do you see us having – there any chance we don't have a losing record this year?
I had heard somebody on Twitter say that, and they was watching what they were talking about Auburn. They said, you know, Auburn usually bounces back really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
They don't go on stretches of bad. If they get bad, but they can come back faster than anybody. We've gone through – this is our 3rd coach, and – you know, Harsin was such a disaster, man, and I hate to keep bringing him up, but he literally did way more damage than a lot of people are even willing to say he did. Malzahn in the COVID year went 6-5, and you know we lost that bowl game, but Malzahn had plateaued again to be what he was, and Auburn took the Mark Richt approach and said, this is okay, but we want better. And there's nothing – I have no problem for a university saying we deserve and we need better than what we're getting. I don't know who was smoking what and what hot tub somebody was in. First of all, that was weird anyway. When an AD gets up and says, hey, I was in the hot tub with this guy, and I decided to make him my head coach. We should all known that was an issue, okay? And that's about what you got. And I don't know if he had a hot tub in his office and just decided it felt so good to sit in the daggum thing, I'm not going to recruit. And he never left his office, so we had 21 and 22. So Hugh Freeze did have a disaster to come in, but he brings his own baggage in. You know, he's trying to build his reputation back up off the things that went on with him. He went to Liberty, kind of got back in the fold. Auburn gives him a chance. We say, look, we know what you inherited. It's terrible, but we're going to give you a pass. But we just want to see the team start making strides. We have seen that in recruiting, without a doubt. But some of the play calling toward the end of last year and into this year, we had a 5-game home stretch, Randy, that nobody on this show, none of us, said at worst we thought we'd go 4-1.
I thought so.
None of us said worse than 4-1. And they said, well, maybe with a little help, maybe with a break, go 5-0, start the season off great. We went 2-3, man. We went absolute worst case scenario. You played a junior high team. No offense, Alabama A&M, but you played a junior high team in the first game. It's about like Arkansas playing Arkansas Pine Bluff, and they ran up 70. Scratch that. Don't know what you did. You come back, you play Cal, and you turned it over 5 times. And you lose that football game, you go, well, crap, lost by a touchdown. Clean up mistakes. Come back, start a new quarterback, right? Hank Brown beat New Mexico.
Didn't look great.
Didn't look great, did what we had to do. Come back, start the game with him. He is absolutely terrified. I'm sorry. Terrified in the first half. Pull him, go back to Peyton, and then you lose the Arkansas game, and then you come out and you play your best football game to this point for 3.5 quarters.
Probably of the Freeze tenure.
Of the Freeze tenure, looked best. Maybe saved the Arkansas game on the road last year. Now, we did destroy them.
Good point.
But had at home against a formidable top 25 opponent, although they had guys out and they had a fresh quarterback, still Oklahoma. It's still Oklahoma. And you had them beat down, really less than 200 yards of total offense, and you figure out somehow some way to lose.
So we're looking down the eye of the barrel of another losing season.
Well, you got Georgia.
I just didn't see it this
Georgia,
year.
Missouri, Kentucky coming up.
When
Randy,
you go
all
back,
on the road, dude.
08, Tuberville, terrible. It took 2 years, and we're playing for a championship. Yeah. You can keep going back. It doesn't take that long. Gene Chizik.
No, man.
You know, Gene Chizik flips it around as quick as you can expect during that stretch. And then Gus Malzahn, very first year. I mean, the point is that how long of a rebuild do you want to keep talking? I'm nowhere near saying that I don't think Hugh Freeze is the right fit. I'm very hopeful that he is, but it's a tough watch right now.
Where would it be with Cam Ward?
Probably undefeated.
5-0. Okay. Yeah. All right, we'll sign off on that. I had a good show. Appreciate all the calls and the comments. We'll be back with you tomorrow, same time, same place. For Randy, I'm Brett saying we've enjoyed it. We'll help you have. See you tomorrow.